Hey guys, remember we only have 20 Excel homeworks in Math 154, and look, so far we did 16 of them after Beer and Fruity. So we only have 4 left, so after this one, we're only going to have one Excel homework, 6.1 marriage. Since you have to take your quiz 5 by this Sunday, I just assigned one Excel homework. But after this one, we're only going to have 3 left. But we're gonna do this 6.1 marriage Excel homework together. Alrighty. Oh, not that one. I have to download it first. I hope you're doing good. Oh, okay. So let's see. So the first step was opening it. We got it opened. But then looks like the second step was creating a scatter chart. Okay, so we usually make these charts after we're done with filling out some kind of table, but it looks like we're starting with scatter chart immediately. So let's see. In D32 to K46, insert a scatter chart to show the marriage and divorce rate over the years given. Select A9 through C21 and the Insert tab. Click Recommended Charts, then open the All Charts tab. Now my MacBook has it slightly different, so if you're with Windows computer, this direction may work, but always whenever I try to open up the All Charts tab, I don't see that one on my computer, so I have to go to actually go and search for this scatter chart, and then choose scatter with the years on the horizontal axis and the rates per 1000 on the vertical axis. Use cell references to B8 and C8 for series names. So we're going to select B8 and C8 for the names. We're going to apply style 1 on the design tab and add a chart title and choose the above chart option and replace the chart title with marriage and divorce rate. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and do that much first and then I'll come back and do the rest. Okay? So remembering the range A9 to C21. Let's go and select that range. A9 to C21. So all that much, all the years from 1990 to 2014, both the column for marriages and divorces. Go to Insert. And if you have recommended chart and then if yours have all chart option, I don't see it, but don't click on this one. This one isn't the one that they want. Scatter, I know it says scatter, but the one that you will need is, so for me, I have to go right here. It says XY scatter. Do you see where I'm clicking? Go with scatter, this chart right here. So the first one and the scatter. And if you click on it, you will see the blue dots and the orange dots. Now notice they didn't really have any series labeled, but we know the blue one is for, now which one is for marriages and which one is for divorce? Notice the marriages number is 9.8, divorces is 4.7. So 9.8, the higher number, the blue one must be the marriages and the orange ones are the divorces, right? All right, I'm going to go ahead and change the chart title to what I copied. Marriages and divorce rate, but I also want to change the name of these series. So this is what I do. I go to select data is right here, and then click on series 1. Notice the name is blank. I'm going to just click on this blank and click on marriages. Okay, I will go down to series 2. Notice the name is blank. I'm going to click on the divorces, and then it will automatically say the cell name in that question sheet. So if I click OK, ta-da, we got it. Now, I think that's how much I read so far, but let me go ahead and drag this down into that blue area down here. But that was about half of the direction I only read. So let me go back and see what else they wanted on this chart. So go back to instruction. Oh, they want you to add a vertical axis title. Replace axis title for the vertical axis with rates per 1,000 people. All right, hold on, let me copy this. So nothing about horizontal axis. They just want you, let me go ahead and make this a little bit smaller so that I can, all right. So just the vertical axis with rates per 1,000 people. And we know how to do this part. Add the linear trend lines for both rates. To add a linear trend line to the data on the chart, we do know how to do this. We just right click on any point and then we click add trend line. In the trend line option below, select linear with automatic trend line name and check display equation on chart. And we're just going to drag it to somewhere that we can see. All right, so let's do that. Let's change the vertical axis title. So I will go to chart design, add chart element, and then where are you? Axis title, primary vertical. I will click on this default name and change this to rates per 1,000 people. Okay, and then I'm going to click on this random blue dot, right click, go to add trend line. They want it linear, automatic, and just display equation on chart. I just have to click on that one, and that's it. Ended. Close that window. So I got the trend line for marriages. It has a negative slope, so less people are getting married every year. All right, let's go ahead and add a trend line for divorces. Add trend line, linear, automatic, and display equation on chart. Ta-da! We got the equation right here. So we got two equations, and I'll just drag it down here so that we can see. So as long as you have your trend lines for the marriages and divorces, you should be good on step number 2. And that's it. We're done with the second step. Now this took us some time, but we're going to go ahead and use that chart, that scatter plot, to answer these questions here, okay? So I'm going to mark step 2 complete, and I'm going to go ahead and actually do the step 3 through 7 or 8 all the way down, just by looking at what they have typed in the question slides or question sheet, okay? All right, let's go to, well, I'll read it though. In step 3, in cell G12, determine how much the divorce rate will decrease per century. Per century. How many years? 100 years. So per 100 years, how much the divorce rate will decrease. Now remember, the divorce rate had a negative slope. It was a line that's going down from left to right. So it's decreasing, but then the question is, how many per century? Notice this number that we got was actually, let me zoom in like crazy here. Look at the orange line and that rate of change. The rate of change for divorce is negative 0.0577. Now that's per year, right? We're going up per year. Because slope or rate of change is the changes in number of divorces per year. So if they want per century, we're gonna have to, we can't use this number though. Let me see if I can just copy that number part. You know why I'm not copying the negative part? Because they said the word decrease already. So let me go up and try to type that number in here. They said, and then this is the blank that we're trying to fill out here. Divorce rate is decreasing by blank divorces per 1,000 people per century. Answer should be a number with 2 decimal places. Okay, so we'll go ahead and double click on this cell. And then here's the thing though. That is per year, right? That is per 1 year change. So if I want to know per century, per 100 years, doesn't make sense that I'm going to multiply this by 100, right? So the answer that I want to type it in is 5.77. Just to be careful, let me delete the formula and let me just type in 5.77 here, okay? Let me just type in 5.77. And this is a number with 2 decimal places. So what they are saying is per century, divorce rate is going down by 5.77 divorces per century. That's what they're saying here. Okay, well, per what? How many couples per 1,000 people? 1,000 people. Okay, let's see. Next step. Just gonna go ahead and fill these out. That's probably what they are saying here. Type in the slope and y-intercept for the marriage trend line exactly as they appear in the equation. Use the slope and y-intercept for the marriage trend line to predict the marriage rate in 2050. They want you to format to 2 decimal places. So do you see let me go ahead and just copy this right above it so that I can use it to fill these blanks. that's the marriage trend line, okay? So what's the slope? Slope is negative 0.131 and the y-intercept is 270.25. All right, and then they want you to predict the marriage rates in 2050. So our input is going to be 2050. We're going to plug in 2050 into X right there, okay? So let's start by typing equal sign, slope times 2050 plus the y-intercept of 270.25. I hit enter. So the marriage rate in 2050 is going to be 1.7 marriages per 1,000 people. That means less people are getting married in 2050. Okay, everything, well, I see that things are formatted in 2 decimal places, so this looks good. I'm just going to save it. And then let's do the divorce equation. Same thing. I'm going to copy this divorce, the orange equation, so that I can look at it as I type it there with you. I'm just going to make it really big so that you guys can see. Okay, so what's the slope of the divorce trend line? It is negative 0.0577, right? And the intercept is 119.54. Now, I'm not messing with any formatting here, but it looks like this cell is already formatted as number with 2 decimal places. So I'm just not going to touch that one. I'm just going to leave it like that. And then we are predicting, I think, the same thing. We're predicting the divorce rate in 2050. So here we go. We're going equal sign, slope times 2050 plus the y-intercept of 119.54. Ta-da! So the divorce rate in 2050 is going to be 1.26 divorces per 1,000 people. Okay? All right. That is it. And now the last part. Now let me go back and see if I answered followed all the directions here. Number 3 was asking for how much divorce rate will decrease per century. We did that. That was when we did that 0.0577 times 100 and got 5.77, and we multiplied it by 100 because this was per century and our slope was going up by per 1 year. All right, step 4, we did the slope of the marriage trend line. We did that. We also did the y-intercept for the marriage trend line. What's this? Calculate the marriage rate in 2050. We did that. Slope for the divorce trend line. Y-intercept for the divorce trend line. And we also did the prediction question for year 2050. So it looks like we're done, except for number 10. So let's look at step number 10. Now notice all these, they wanted us to format them as number with 2 decimal places. So when we go back to the question sheet, we will just double check that, okay? Step 10. In cell G27, determine whether it is true that it is not possible for the divorce rate to be greater than the marriage rate in a given year, because the only married couple can get divorced. All right, I'm about to go answer that right now. Okay. You know what I'm doing? I'm checking to see if all my cells were formatted as number with 2 decimal places. So let's think about this. Well, it is true that only married couple can get divorced, but what if you get this crazy year where everybody's just happily married? No, not that happy case. What about a year where no one's getting married? Okay, say that nobody's getting married. So the number of the marriage rate per that year or per 1,000 people in that year will be like 0. But what if everybody's miserable and everybody's getting divorced in that year? Then isn't it possible that divorce rate will be higher than the marriage rate per that year? Because you don't have to get married in that specific year to get divorced in that specific year, right? So maybe everybody who got married in 2020 is divorcing that year. So, what will you say? Will you say that it's not possible that divorce rate will be higher than a marriage rate in a certain year? No. That's false, because divorce rate can be higher than a marriage rate per year in a given year. Because what if nobody gets married and everybody gets divorced? That's possible, right? All right. So that's it. If you submit your homework, save it and submit it, you will see the score. And in case we made any mistakes together, you will see that you will not get 8 out of 8. But in that case, just go back and read the rubric and see what the mistake was so that you can fix it. But wow, you know what, guys, we're almost done with all these Excel homeworks nowadays. You can submit your file, but just remember, give me 1 second, that we only have what, 3 more Excel homeworks after this one. Well, I'll be back with the My Math Lab lessons and have them posted on Monday and Wednesday. But just want to tell you that we're almost done with this semester. Okay? Alright, email me if you need anything. The Google Slides that goes with this homework marriage is also posted here. So, because you know, some people just like to do the Google Slides instead of watching a video. And I know a lot of you are just coming to the video when you are stuck on going just by the Google Slides. But same thing is posted here. If you ever want to go back and look at it, okay? Alright, I'll talk to you later.